to the Hannah's Knit Cottage podcast. I am Hannah.
I'm Michelle.
This is the new summer break Hannah.
And this is still the same Michelle.
I just want to have a disclaimer before we start. If you know anything about Wool Market Fibers, you know that there are 2 military bases not super far away, so they are playing Top Gun outside right now, like legitimately fighter jets flying overhead training. So if you hear any rumbling or anything, that's what it is. We are okay. SpaceX does not live near us. They are not launching a shuttle into space.
No, we're not near Stennis either, so.
No. But we're so glad you're here.
Yes.
If you want to find me on social media, I am Hannah072 on Ravelry and Hannah's Knit Cottage on Instagram.
I am Southern Comfort Casey on Ravelry and Wool Market Fibers on Facebook and Instagram. Give us a hello. If you feel like following, let me know.
Yes, and we've had an influx in subscribers since last episode.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here. As always, if you enjoy what you see, hit a like, hit the little bell icon to be notified when we post. I will try to post more regularly now that we are on summer break. We have more things coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting new glasses today. They are crooked. These are not the new ones. But before we get started too, we want to give a shout out to 2 sisters and some yarn, Denise and Amy.
Yes, congratulations on your newest podcast.
Yes.
We sat and watched it. It was great. I got to see Denise on Friday.
I'm jealous. I want to meet Denise.
We'll have to make it a date. We should have her join in.
Oh, yes, that'd be fun.
Impromptu. That'd be fun.
That'd be very fun. So, but thank you. They gave us a lovely shout out, and I have been thoroughly. I know it's like way late because their episode went up on like Mother's Day, and I started watching it on Mother's Day. I just still haven't finished it because school has been chaotic. But now we're out for the summer, so I was listening to it last night too.
For how long? 2 weeks?
No, I get 5 weeks of summer. Technically,
oh my God!
Well, technically,
really?
there they are. And it's funny, you go look in the sky and they are already way past us. Like they've broken the sound barrier already.
They're having runs.
Yeah, they like to practice out over the water, get clear space. With that, no, I think technically the teachers we get like 7.5 weeks. No, 7 weeks. Get basically 7 weeks, and they go back on a Friday of the 7th week.
Oh, nice.
But I go for training the last 2 weeks, so I really only get 5 weeks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and then the kids get the full 7th week and like a couple extra days to go back. So, oh well.
Oh well, at least we get you for 5 weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited. So with that, I don't have a lot of finishes to show.
Really?
I have one. And this was almost done last time.
I have 2, and I don't think I told. No, I didn't tell you.
No, you haven't told me either one of those.
No, they were just small. They were actually samples to show off the new yarn I got in. So,
ooh, okay.
So, socks, Christmas socks.
I finished my 1FO is my pair of the obviously ends not woven in, as usual. But the Colorwork Cuff Club by Summer Lee. I finished the first pair, and if you don't mind, I'm gonna get the second pair out because this is technically, I mean, they're the same. Just show off a whip with this.
So these are yours.
These are mine.
And you're working on Mom's.
Yes, and Mom's, I can pull out the first sock that I haven't started the second sock. I'm almost done with the first sock of hers. You notice the difference is that hers starts with a green stripe and mine starts with a pink stripe. So I'm really close to the toe. I mean, you see I'm right there. Just got to put the toe on and then start sock 2. I love how I said this was gonna be done by the end of May, and then May was intense. I even lost my knitting mojo a little bit. Like I was just so stressed out. I didn't want to knit. I just wanted to sit there and just exist.
Do nothing.
Yeah, like a sea anemone, just sit there and just sit there and exist.
Yep, I've been there.
So that is my 1FO and whip number 1.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mine are samples. And I did both of these in less than 1 full day. So I have a crochet pot holder that I love. This features the Queensland Coastal Cotton and the Ocean Mist colorway, which is this gray stripe.
It's pretty.
here. That took no time at all. And
Is
then,
the white the Queensland cotton too?
yeah, they're both Queensland cotton, both of
Nice.
them. And then this one, now I did the knitted dishcloth first and then the pot holder after, but this is from the ball band, which is aptly named ball band because it originally came off the ball band of the Elmore Pisgah 100% cotton from 25, 30 years ago. I love this pattern. You can use any colors you want. You can do all, use one color for the background, which is this, and then the ribbing. And the pearl bands, you can use the contrasting color, or you can use as many as however many colors you're doing for all these other rows if you wanted. So that were those were all done in
Pretty.
less than 6-7 hours, something like that. So there's my finishes.
She's outdone me on finishes this week
By one. One.
That's 2. Although guys, so we count my sauces
And if you
too.
count the bags, so I just got finished with these two project bags. You should
I
be
love this
very
fabric.
fully aware of this fabric.
This is the fabric I used for my quilt for my parents.
Yes. So these will be up on the website soon. These are the new bags that I've been working on. Oh, and here's another one. Excuse
Both
me.
of them may not make it to the website.
This is the other one. I'm working on
Cute,
getting the
cute.
other strap in. So
Is that
here's
pink on the bottom? Oh, sorry.
So these fabrics were actually made from sample fabrics that the fabric reps gave me when the line has been, discontinued or whatever, and they just give me their little samples that they have. So I cut them up. That's why this one, 2 contrasting here, and then I had 2 contrasting here. So I worked it out to where I can use them all in this bag. Whoops, excuse me for the threads. I have threads everywhere. You should have seen me last week. And then the inside is a solid batik. These are all done in batiks.
There's a pocket in there too.
And I've been trying to put pockets in all of them. So you get 2 little pockets in every one of these. So there's 2 of those, and I have 2 more sitting at the sewing machine ready to go. Whew, back to sewing, I told you. So what else is new?
Oh,
What you got working on that you're not finished?
let me start with this one. The least surprise here. Okay. Let me just start with this update. I got my floss sorted. Where's my scissors? Whoops.
She got her floss sorted.
We should define sorted here.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my. Uh-oh.
It's sorted. If you look, it's all in a ring.
Yeah,
it's all
it is.
fine.
Mhm.
Like you really.
It's
This
been
is-
used.
Well, yeah, it's been stuffed in a bag, but yeah. But it's working out really well, and they're sorted out in numerical order. So really, I can just go find the tag and then separate them, and they're not. These are tangling the most because they're the longest.
Yeah.
But I started cutting them shorter, and at first I didn't like it, but now seeing how I do have to change threads more often, but they're not getting tangled.
Yeah.
So to me, that's worth it. So yeah,
Mhm.
did that. That was a whole project in and of itself. Here's the actual project.
How far did you get?
I don't know how much more I did. Let's see. I'm not gonna take out the hoop because it's all up there. You can see what I'm doing right there.
Okay.
So I added in, if you look, I finished the Y on Sense and Sensibility. I've added the little locket with the lock of hair and the scissors.
Cute.
I started filling in this border up here, and then I'm doing the grass in here. I'm getting really close to a page finish on this, and then I'll do the last page here.
Nice. Good
So,
job.
It's going along. And then really, if you think about it, this to me, I almost count as like a double finish because you're doing the title, the big band at the top, and the book versus, and the sides, So you really won't have that much work until you get into the bottom, and you still won't have a title. You'll just have the bottom band underneath
Right.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a big start,
Good job.
So yeah, and that's only a couple nights of work on it. I'm having a hard time getting a consistent setup at my house.
Yeah.
There they come through again.
Yep. They're making runs.
Yeah.
Well, I worked on this the other day. And if you remember, this is the Wigford wrap from Carol Feller. Great.
Should I have said, this is the works of Jane Austen. That's what this cross stitch is. This is for my Jane Austen birth year, what I'm calling it this year. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's her milestone birthday this year.
Yes. I turned 30 and Jane Austen would have been 250 this year. Like she would have lived to be 250.
And she loves Jane Austen. Anything Jane Austen.
And it's Jane Austen June now. In celebration of my upcoming.
Now, is your birthday in June or July?
My birthday's in July, but I'm going to be working all July. So I'm like, you know what? I'm taking June. If I'm going to be off all June, we're taking June this year.
Well, I get the month of August. There's the Wigford wrap, and I put in my second diamond. So 2 down, 4 more to go.
You did the second on both sides.
5 more to go.
Because you're doing 2 at a time.
Because I'm doing them 2 at a time simultaneously. So they're in.
This wrap is so pretty.
And then once I get this done, then I have to pick up all the way around the outside perimeter and come into the inside. And she has you doing a seed stitch border, which I'll probably do because the I-cord is going to take 700 years. So I'll just stick with the pattern.
You could get one of those little tools, like the little, it has like 3 little crochet hooks on it. It's like an I-cord tool.
But it's really not a crochet hook.
But you know what I mean, though.
Those are, yeah, and I looked at that, and they're from a knitting machine that they took the hooks from the machine, and they fastened it on to make a handle, and that's what they used for that. But this is actually, it's an applied I-cord bind off. So
you could.
You can't do it with that. Now, if you're just making a regular I-cord, yeah, but not with this.
I tried.
I know. Thank you. It was a good effort. I give you an A.
Okay.
So there's those.
Okay, this one's gonna be easier to show. This is the thing she asked me about when I came in.
Yes.
And she's also pulling out one.
Yes. Because we both have, okay, so when she was talking about her project, she said because it was, you know, it would be her birthday sweater. And I said, oh, I've got a birthday coming up too. And we are both having milestone birthdays this year. And no, I did not tell anybody how old I am.
She still hasn't told me.
I still haven't said anything.
I'm just going to get a cake that says like 90 just because she hasn't told me.
I'm going to be old. I know, it's not that old. It's not. Compared to everybody else that I hang out with, I'm still one of the 2 of the youngest of the crowd, so.
I'm practically an infant.
Yeah. My little baby sister, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, you're first.
Okay. So we both have the Geddy tee, my Tanis Lavalee, and I knit and knit and knit on this until I literally ran out of yarn. This is how much yarn I have left.
Oh my. You could have went a little ways.
Well, I figured I'd wait till the next skein and I could alternate 1 or 2 rounds.
Yeah. And you're a lot farther than I am, only because you've seen I do 600 things at one time, so.
I have my V-neck in. I finished my front panel. I have connected in the round. I have my armholes. Are any ends woven in? Nope.
Nope. You better get started.
I know.
Because if you go to try it on, then you're going to be fighting all your tails.
I know. But
so cute. And
those are my granny squares.
Yay.
This V is very deep though, so I'm thinking when I get the new skein of yarn, I'm gonna try this on and see how, because the V comes all the way here, like that is.
Yeah, but don't forget when you put the ribbing in, you're gonna take some of that up.
But I need to see how far up I would prefer to go for V to be comfortable, because it's gonna be very hard to try on while I'm knit ribbing.
I know.
So I'm gonna try it on, see how many inches. I'm thinking you really need the bottom of the V to be like up.
You could make the ribbing deeper too.
Well, right, that's what I'm thinking, is just see how deep I need to go on the ribbing to get this where I'm comfortable in it. Because even Tanis's Geddy tee that she had on, even on her, that'd be a little bit deeper of a V than what I prefer, and it's just the nature of what I do for a living.
Put on a spaghetti strap tank underneath it, because I was thinking I would do the same with mine, and that way it would.
Around here for that, though.
No,
I don't like doing it. I'm sorry.
well, yeah, with this it probably would.
It's a DK. We'll see. I'm gonna play around with it, and that's why I'm gonna tackle the neckline next and make sure I'm satisfied with it. Because truth be told, I could probably increase the rate of decreases at the V-neck to really bring it in quicker, so that it bumps up faster than the rest of this does, and then that would be more comfortable. But look at Michelle's. Michelle's, like, mine screams like secret emo kid, I guess. I don't know. Michelle screams fall, and I love it so much.
Very much so. Now, if you notice hers, she did hers doubled to get the DK weight, and she did them with different colors.
So I held fingering weight double. This is Barocco Vintage. This is all Wool Market fibers, and it's platinum, a purple mini, and then a black, and the platinum and the black are in shimmer.
Right. With mine, I did it as a single strand fingering weight. I went down a hook size compared to those, only because I wanted to have more rounds, and I used a single variegated color. You notice no tails compared to hers? When she first brought this up, she said, well, I'm going to do, you know, she thought, I think she was going to do more colors than she ended up doing. And I said, well, you need to remember there are 2 tails per color. And I've been crocheting for going on 30 years. I've learned 2 tails per color. The less tails, the better. So that's why I picked a variegated. So I only had the 2 tails, and because I went down a hook size to get the 4.5 inches that I needed, I went an extra round. I actually went a round of half doubles that gave me that 1/2 inch that I needed, and it worked out perfect. So, and I wanted the colors to show, so I opted for a light beige. This is called Mushroom.
Wool Market fibers?
This is Barocco Vintage DK. So, and I am to my 6 inches, so starting this afternoon sometime, I will be working on the front end and getting those fronts started. And then, I don't know if I'll do them 2 at a time. I'll have to
No, don't do 2.
Okay, guess I won't.
Because there's, without giving away too much of the pattern,
is there decreases I need to? Oh,
because
okay.
you're technically, how to explain this? She has some shaping to get the right fit over your shoulder. So you're shaping that and your V-neck and working out at the same time.
All right, 1 at a time.
Yeah.
Dang it. You know me and my 2 at a time. If I could get away with doing it, I will. Trust me. Because I'm not all about having to start over again. But in this case, if I have to, I will. I'll just suck it up.
I put a second needle on the front panel, and I just used that one needle. I did the right side, the right front, and then just slid the stitches over to the left front, slid them over, joined in the round. So I had 1 needle on the back and 1 needle on the front. And it was fine. Yeah. Okay. I actually did it in the course of 2 days.
Okay. Cool.
And when I say 2 days, I mean a couple hours each day. Like, it really didn't take long.
Oh, okay.
So
then that's what we'll do.
And yours is gonna go quicker too, because you're a smaller size.
Oh yeah, it's only by 1.
I know, but even my granny squares had to be bigger than yours too.
That's because you did it according to the pattern. I didn't.
That's fair.
So
I mean, everything was an exact pattern. I'll say that. I achieved the right size. I did not use the same method to get there, but I did achieve the right size.
I didn't either.
I got what
I did not either.
Okay, I need you to tell me what this is, because I'm obsessed with these colors.
Okay, this is, and it's going to hang in the store. Yours Truly Summer, and I've got kits. I've already bagged over there. This is part 1 is done.
Just gorgeous.
91 stitches. And I'm up to part 2. Now this is what I did on the other one. I did it as stockinette instead of garter stitch, because when you do it as garter stitch, in my opinion, this runs into this and you can't see what it's supposed to be. And I did not like that at all. So while a lot of people stuck to the pattern, I did not.
Michelle's a rule breaker.
I'm rebellious. So I did it as stockinette, and I'm halfway through it, 26 rows total for that. I may go a little farther, only because that's what I did on the last one, because you want to be able to see this and not, you know, stripes every other. So after this is finished, then we go back to the stripes, but in this and in the third color. So that's where I'll be. So this won't take long.
Pull up like a Geddy tee for just a second.
Sure.
Or the yarn.
Oh, okay.
Hear me out.
Right. Now you can get quite a bit of the Geddy tee for more of the shoulders with that yarn. That would be really pretty.
Just these 2 colors, like they
even if you did this and a dark brown like a chocolate, that would be fabulous.
Like somebody needs to make this into a sweater. I don't wear as much tans. I do more grays and blacks, but like this has me second guessing that.
Yes.
It's so pretty. Sorry.
It is really pretty.
I was sitting there,
Halloween.
you were talking. I'm just like, I need these 2 to make something together, like a sweater. Like,
or do this in a darker brown to showcase this at the shoulder so you can see it.
Or just a colorwork yoke.
You could make little baby pumpkins with it too.
No, like this needs to be like a colorwork sweater, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a hat. Or a hat.
We'll see. I went through my stash. Maybe I need to make a video about this. I went through my stash. I have 7 sweater quantities that I have not cast on yet.
I do too. And
Part of me
most
is
of
like,
mine are cardigans. Yours are pullovers.
Should we just cast them all on to say they exist out there in the ether and they can get worked on?
Then I would have to make a project bag for every one of those. Ooh, good idea. I know. How many? You had 7. I've got at least that many more. I have 14 bags. Give me a few weeks.
21. You got to include me in that.
That's what I said. You're 7. And
okay,
mine.
you're 7. Okay.
Yeah, so there's 14
you
at least. No, There's your 7, my 7. So give me a few weeks to make the bags.
Caitlin Hunter I've been stalking the test group for the Caitlin Hunter figured weight sweater because it's just a group on Ravelry. So I've just been watching, and supposedly it might be launching soon.
So is it another halibut, or is it the salmon, or what is it?
It's a king salmon, but the halibut was released in a DK version. The king salmon was released in worsted, but a lot of people had a problem with the yoke depth was so big.
Right, yeah.
And so she's releasing a figuring weight version, and I don't know if it's going to be like she releases it as an update to the pattern, but I'm guessing it's going to come out as a separate pattern where
Probably
the yoke is a lot smaller so that it splits sooner. And to me, that is definitely much more up my alley. I don't need a ton of DK weight sweaters, at least long sleeve DK weight sweaters, because we just don't get that cold around here that often. So for me, getting figuring weight sweaters that are like 3/4 sleeves or something like that is going to be much more versatile. So I am definitely eyeing that launch to get my yarn and cast it on pretty quickly. I have no business doing that whatsoever. I was going to stop by my mom's house on the way here because my yarn is at her house right now. While we're in a pretty small apartment right now, so there's just not a lot of room for my full stash, so I just bring over what I'm working on, which has made me be slightly more responsible. I don't know how much more responsible, but at least enough that it's an effort to go get yarn. And I ended up being like, hey, I'm not coming to your house this morning because we both know I have no business going and casting on a new sweater. We both know this. And
that's true.
Yes. So,
well, wait till halfway through this one, the Geddy tee.
Well, it's just round and round now. So I'm like, I have the brain power. It's summer break, which brings me to my next whip. I have the brain power. This is what I started working on while we were packing up for the end of the school year. And when I finished packing up and I still had to be at work for a whole other day, this is what I brought to work on. But this is one that I have to lay out on a table to work on.
Oh, wow.
Legitimately.
What is it, a blanket?
Almost.
Da, 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 da.
I don't think there's any yarn ball attached to it right now. This is my oldest. This is my oldest bib.
Stephen West.
Tis Stephen West. So
yes,
this is the Mystery MCal from, I think, 2022.
It's not his. It's not his Moherino. So
this is Twists and Turns.
Oh, that's right. I never saw
so,
this.
And theoretically,
this is so pretty. This is really.
This is a Stephen West kit. This is chink fiber that I got from Stephen and Penelope when the kits launched for this make along. So
it's a nice. They're done as kid singles. These are single ply. They're not twisted.
I have a story about this. This shawl has been through so much.
Oh dear.
So let's
hang it up?
Yeah. So theoretically, these shawls come in 10 parts. So if you look, the section I've done this blue strip, which I'll bring closer to the camera, and I've done this stripe. So now I have to do that on the other side, and then I have to do a border up top, and then it's done. So theoretically, I was on this blue section when I picked it back up, and that's section 6. Section 7 has you do the blue strip on the other side, and then section 8 has you do the stripes on the other side, and then you come back and do this side.
Oh, these
for section 9.
cords. Oh my goodness. They look like eye cords, but they're really not because you're purling. No, it's an eye cord.
It's
oh
eye
my
cord.
goodness.
It's eye cord.
And then you run up these little loops to make it look like chains. It's pretty cool.
It's so cool.
Oh,
this section, this section took me, I think, 24 hours to knit. When I say 24 hours, I mean 24 hours of work. Like, it was a slog. And here's what happened. I like this pattern a lot. Now that I'm moving more forward, I think I'm enjoying knitting it more. It's just that I've been through a lot with this shawl. Oh, forgive me, my nose is runny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's just allergies. But, what do I say about this? This is my oldest whip for a reason. So
this is really pretty.
It's just like, I love this shawl. I cannot wait to wear it.
You know, I mean, there's just so much to look at and so much to admire that
these are the
not enough
cables.
hours in the week, I'm telling you.
Well,
not enough.
I went through and I finished this strip. I learned how to cable this without a cable needle, without removing it from the needle.
Well, what, this part?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's easy.
Well, I learned it on my own.
Yay.
Without any help from YouTube or anything. But you can see it's not perfect, but it's pretty cool. And this will have to be blocked out. And then I went back and did these stripes, and this really didn't take, it took me like 2 days to do this part.
Wow.
But this took a long time.
Yes.
And I just did not mentally have the energy to go do this on the other side, which is why I skipped ahead. This is actually section 9.
Wow.
But I looked ahead and I was like, there's no reason why I can't do this right here. So this shawl, when the first section took so long, it really just killed my steam on this project. And so it's been one of those that I'll work on a little bit and then it goes to hibernate for 6 months. And it's literally going to turn 3 years old today.
I have blankets like that.
October, it'll turn 3. But what happened, the biggest thing I think that really just got me with this shawl was that because it's a single ply, it sticks to itself.
Yeah.
So I wound all this yarn. The yarn knotted in up on itself in the center of the ball.
Uh-oh.
On both skeins for this. Like, it was a nightmare to undo because it literally just intertwines itself with each other. Like, and it's like you have to just like rip it apart.
It's not easy to work with. It's
not, and it's incredibly soft, but also this is a single ply. It's gonna pill. This is gonna pill. I'm gonna have to baby this. This is my second priciest thing in my stash.
One of those you're gonna have to get a sweater shaver.
Well, or just I wear it sparingly, and we'll see.
That's not fair that you can't not enjoy it because of that. You just get a sweater shaver.
Maybe. We'll see. But I think I do have a glitter. I have a glitter at my house. I got one for Christmas.
Yeah, go use it. It's not gonna kill it.
So I think the pattern's well written. I've never been confused on what to do. a couple of times the placement of where to pick up, because you're knitting this modular, like you knit this middle section and then you pick up and then you do these stripes, then you pick up and do this one, and then you pick up and do this,
oh my goodness,
and then you pick up and do this, and then I come back at the end and I pick up and I add something here.
Oh dear.
And you do like all of that on the other side too, so it's like back and forth, but it's just been such a slog because the yarn gave me fits.
It's so soft.
It is, and the colors are gorgeous. Like me,
Nice
I don't
and
knit
cozy.
browns. This is called I think latte lemonade, because this is pink lemonade. This is the latte color, and then this is called malachite.
It's a little peachy.
The fact that I remember all of these after
is
3
a
years,
testament to your
it's a testament to
beating
how
of it.
much I love this yarn.
Yeah.
Like I like the
well,
color.
and
I
the
love
shawl,
this.
really,
Yeah.
because if you didn't like it, you wouldn't have stuck it out this long.
Well,
and-
there was no way that I was ripping this out.
oh god,
There
no.
was no way.
No.
Like it was after I made it through that, and then I just needed a mental break. So anyway, this is probably going to be a big summer break project for me because it's so close to being done. I think maybe while I'm here at the store, because you can understand with how big this is, laying this out where I could just sit and have it laid out on the table and flip and flip and flip.
So what you could do is that this would be your when you're coming here to sit and knit, this would be the project you work on. It's kind of like when Patty comes, she sits over there and she needle points the one thing, and it's the one thing she always works on while she's here. You could do that with this and see how far you get.
Yeah, and we'll see.
I mean, even if it's once a week.
And I will say I fudged this side of it.
That's great.
Mine didn't line up, but my edge, I'll be honest, looks better than his in the photo. So just saying.
Just saying.
It's a little extra peak at the bottom.
Yay.
But you can see
Yeah.
getting all of that. I wanted it all to match.
Well, yeah.
It needed to all match and be seamed into each other, so I wove in those ends.
Very
I did weave in that one.
Yay. We're very proud. You weaved in
So,
a tail because there's quite a bit going on.
You can tell me and this project have been through a lot. I could go on and on about it for a long time because it's been through so much.
Poor thing.
But it's in the home stretch. I have section 7, 8, 10. I've done 1 through 6 and 9.
Well, part of 9.
No, I did all of section 9.
Well, what about this half?
That's section 7 and 8.
Oh, sorry.
And then section 10 is the...
Oh, okay.
And I'm already planning on doing the early bind off. And I'm not one to skimp out on the Steve and West stuff. I, on Shawlography, did all of it. I did not do early bind off. But I do not like the non-early bind off finish. I don't like the way it looks. So I will be doing the early bind off on mine because I prefer that look to what he added on at the end.
Oh, okay.
He added on like an extra chevron at the bottom. And if you do the early bind off, you just have the rib at the bottom. And I just like that look better. I think it will be much more complete. Like the chevron just seemed like a kind of random... After all of this, you know, it's like we've had so much chevron. Why did you do it again?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that is the Steve and West twists and turns. I will probably, this was the, like,
not for me.
I did Shawlography, and this was the one following Shawlography, and I bought this bag before it launched. I bought one of his kits. I put it, like, I was going to knit it along with the make along. I was determined, and I wanted to so bad.
I have so much going on that I always fall behind. Always.
Right.
Because I've got so much that I've got to get done. Or at least attempt to make it look like I got something done.
Yeah.
You know, samples for the shop and stuff for when Doug does the shows, when he goes out of town. So that's got to be done. And I never get anything. I just feel like I'm like a hamster on a wheel, just chugging along, not getting anything accomplished. Yeah. But Frank, you know, I've been working on this blanket in the evenings.
Well, show us.
This is the crocheted blanket from Hooked on Sunshine that you are absolutely in love with.
I am. I think it's
gorgeous. I had to add a new ball of yarn. Well, and I'm already through it. So, I'm already through it.
She's been putting some work on this.
I have been putting a little bit of time in. So when I'm off on the weekends and Doug has to go out of town for his other job, I take this with me.
I can feel this is the acrylic. Whoa!
So it's gotten a lot bigger.
It's bigger than the screen now.
Oh yes, way bigger than the screen. Can't even see me. I love this pattern. It's called Phoenix by Hooked on Sunshine. You can do it in however many colors you want. The pattern gives you when to change colors, that kind of thing. But if you are like me and don't want to have 6,000 tails to play with, and you only want 3, this is what you do. You get a yarn that is self-striping or self-gradient, and then you let the colors do all the work for you so that you don't have to.
She's calling me out.
I have learned so long ago that tail weaving is not for me, and having to weave in all those tails and clip them off is just not my thing. So I try to make it easy on myself. And I found 17 balls of a nice, beautiful beige color similar to this. So I went through almost there it goes the Air Force again. Or whoever's flying those military planes.
Yeah, it's either the Navy or the Air Force.
Yay. There they are.
The bad part is they're probably already way past us.
Yeah. It's the sound barrier. We get it after. It's alright. They gotta do what they gotta do.
Yeah. I'm grateful for what they do.
Absolutely. But last night I went through 2 big fat binders of Afghan patterns.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to do like a stitch sampler, or maybe like a fisherman's, Aran Afghan.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm about 1,000 yards too short for everything that I want to do. So
well, crochet eats up a lot too.
Well, I have to add a color. So I'll probably add either a cream or a dark brown, and do it that way. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I want to do an Afghan. I want to do another one. Well, I really want to get this one done first, so I'm trying very hard to not start another large project, because leading up to our State of the Whips.
And see, I'm like, Michelle's gonna have so many, I'm just gonna cast on whatever I want so I can keep up with Michelle.
She said last night, she texted me and I didn't see it until late. She says, should we do another regular podcast, or should we start our State of the Whips? And I thought, oh my God, I really don't want to trip upstairs. I can't get upstairs right now. So, and the back seat's packed. We're gonna try for sometime this week, did you say?
Yes. So I think what probably is going to happen is probably going to be a couple days of filming for us, because there's
a lot.
And bringing in, because we're talking about not just knitting, but knitting, crochet. I don't have any crochet whips. I feel like I need to start one. Crochet whips.
Just so you can say you have one.
And then cross stitch, needlepoint, quilting. I don't have needlepoint, but I don't need a new hobby right now.
I do.
But I'm going to be...
And a few cross stitch. Probably not near as much as yours.
I'm probably going to have more cross stitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be Michelle's ooh and ah quarter. But yeah.
So I don't know who's going first. I don't know if we're going to do like we do here, you do one, I do one. Right. Or if it's going to be one person devoted and then the next person, who knows? I don't know. But I gotta go pack it all up. I mean, these type whips, they're already in totes ready to go. It's the other stuff. So let me know, and we will.
So yeah,
I know what my homework is when I get home.
So I think we'll probably film like a category a day type of deal, and then depending on the sorry, my nose is swollen. I'm okay. It's just seasonal,
freezing cold air. Yeah, it's okay.
Cold house, hot outside.
Yeah, that'll make anybody sick.
So anyway, we'll film each category separately, and then depending on the length of it, we might split them up into like have like a 2024 State of the Whips, and then you just get every night you get like, oh, here's their cross stitch, okay, here's their knitting,
because it's a lot. It's a lot,
and that's fine. Yeah, and it's going to be a good bit of editing work to get all the patterns.
So it'll take a while. Yeah, it'll take a while to get up. So be patient.
It's very possible. I don't know. I like to have the picture of the pattern on the screen for y'all, just because I like to see it myself. And I'm not always one when I'm watching something. I'm usually knitting, so I don't want to go look it up while they're talking about it. I'm like, put it on the screen so I can see it and keep knitting. Like, that's the point of this. So I try to do that for ours, because I know that
editing's gonna be a bear.
Yeah, and I'm doing some editing for my husband right now too. So I'm gonna be editing a lot this summer.
Oh dear.
That's fine. I like to do it. Anybody needs an editor? Just saying. I can do it.
I don't know. Doug was asking just the other day, what can she do? I don't know, but we'll ask her.
Anyway, so thank you for hanging out with us. If you've made it this far, please hit the thumbs up
button. Up. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you want to see, what you want to know, that kind of stuff.
Which whip should Michelle finish first?
Oh my god. Yeah.
We should do like a March Madness bracket with all of your whips.
Except now it's June, so we're late. How are you gonna do that?
The June Jamboree. This is my job, y'all, to like just be able to like improvise things with kids really quick.
Well, let me know.
Yes, and it's still Jane Austen June, so please tell us if you're doing anything Jane Austen. I'm working on my cross stitch. I have some Jane Austen stock here, and then I'll probably start near the end of the month. I'm gonna watch my Jane Austen. So anyway.
Yay.
Have a good week
Tuesday.
or two. Yes.
Today's Tuesday. Have a good Tuesday.
Yes.
It's my Monday. I don't know where I'm at.
I'm on summer break, so I'm just kind of here. So, but we'll see you soon with all of our whips.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good day.